Hey folks, it's Mark here from Harmonix, where we give you the knowledge to get good on guitar. Harmonix is your channel for easy to follow guitar lessons for all levels. Today is another beginner lesson and we're looking at basic beginner rock style riffs. And the good news is for beginners is regardless of what level of beginner you are, because obviously there's a large area to cover in beginner, just like intermediate and advanced. The good news is this one is really not that difficult. It's mostly right-handed based, and if you're worried about using your left hand too much, the good news is you only need to use your first finger for the whole thing, so it should be pretty easy for you. This lesson assumes that you've got some idea how to do palm muting with your right hand. If you don't know what palm muting is, or dampening, and you haven't actually gotten to grips with that yet as a beginner, or even thought about it, or heard of it at all, I suggest at the end of this video, you go watch this video. This video has a lot of value and it will teach you a lot that you need to know. And for any beginner watching this right now who hasn't watched this video, you should definitely check it out at the end of this video. Okay, so let's have a listen to the riff and see what we're dealing with today. Well, let's get into it. Okay, so let's break this riff down. If you've not seen the palm muting video yet, I'll assume that you're going to watch it at the end of this video, so I'm just going to go over it really quickly for you. But the way it works when you're palm muting is this fleshy part of your hand touches the strings just in front of where they come out from the bridge here. So if you imagine the string is coming through the back of the guitar and out, just in front of this bridge position here, round about where your first pickup will be, you want your hand to kind of rest across all of the strings there lightly. You don't want to choke it too much or you won't hear anything, okay? And what you're basically doing is you're kind of putting like a piece of sellotape over the mouth of the guitar, okay? So you can still hear it talk, but it's muted, it's dulled, okay? And in essence, what you're doing is you're closing the sound envelope using your hand. So as you pick, you'll hear something. But after the pick has happened, unless you've got an effect that carries the sound like a delay like this, okay, you're not going to hear anything else from the guitar. It's going to be quiet because your hand is stopping the string from continuing to vibrate, which carries the sound through the pickup. I'm going to be playing an open A string here, so that's 0 or an open string on the A, okay? And my first finger is going to be predominantly moving around everywhere. Okay, so you're only going to use your first finger for this. It probably won't come through very well on the video because of the angle of the camera, but I'm going to be pressing my finger onto the note that I want to make a sound only when I'm going to play it. Because I can trust that my right hand isn't going to play an open D or a note that I don't want, and I can focus on dampening or palm muting the open A string. In that video, in the palm muting video, you'll see me talk about things like open, close, closed, or close, closed, open. What I mean by that is I'm not allowing the guitar to make a noise when I'm picking it. Okay, that's dampened. So imagine putting like a towel over a drum and you beat it. It's not as loud and it doesn't carry. The sound doesn't carry. It's the same thing with this. I'm dampening the string or palm muting it. Okay, like that. What I'm doing here is I'm bouncing between allowing the string to sound out and keeping it quiet when I'm picking it. The pattern here is going to be an open A always, so this kind of idea. And my first finger is going to be moving around. And the notes I'm going to move around on, first of all, is going to be 12 on the D, then down to 11, then down to 5, up to 7, up to 9, and back to 7. This is me only playing the D string at the moment, okay? So it'll be like this. So that you can notice there's some slight interval changes there with the time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. In between me playing these notes, I'm going to be playing an open A as well, okay? So here's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to play the open A and this note, so I'm picking through the A and the D string at the same time. Like that, but I'm doing it with the time and interval and with the palm mute technique. So the technique is going to be open and 2 closed, like that. So and if you notice, I'm only putting my finger on as I'm playing the note. So I'm playing the note on the first pick, which is an open. So I'm allowing more of the sound to come through. So I'm not forcing my hand onto the guitar. So it's allowing a voice, okay? And then I'm just kind of picking the A string twice dampened or palm muted. Okay, I want you to really focus on what I'm doing here. I'm putting my finger on as I'm picking, and I'm allowing the guitar to make a noise. And then for the second two, I'm only picking the A string and I'm muting it with my hand, as in this part is touching the strings, okay? Okay, so if you can follow that through, then you should be able to follow the rest of it, because all it is coordinates for your left finger, first finger, to move around on the neck. And we're only moving around on the D string for now. So your coordinates on your left hand for your first finger are going to be 12, 11, 5, 7, 9, and back to 7. Okay, so we're going to be playing with this idea of open, close, closed, open, close, closed on each note. The only thing that's going to change, the only variable, is right at the end, because if we're only playing this through once, we go 12, 11, 5, 7, 9, and then we go to 7 with 1 closed, not 2. Like this, look, slowly. So that was only 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, like that. You get the idea? Okay, so now what you can add to this is you can obviously move down to the next string. So everything's pretty easy peasy. You're just doing exactly what you've been doing this whole time, but instead of playing open strings on the A, you're playing them on the D, and you're only dealing with the D and the G string. And it's exactly the same frets with your left hand. So it's really easy for you to remember. Okay, all I would advise you is this, is when you get to the end of this lick and you've done the 5, 7, 9, just remember it's only going to be 1 downstroke on the upper open string that's droning over everything before you go to the 7 again. And then it's only going to be 1 for you to repeat it. Those are the only 2 things you need to worry about timing wise with this riff. Okay, so let me show you what I mean really quickly. Okay, so you see, that's where I'm starting it again on the 12. So as you can see, I'm going open and 2 A's like that. And if I was doing it down here, when we move everything down a string, it would be open and 2 open D's. Okay? So the only time you do it once is when you're going from the 9 to the 7, and if you're repeating it again, you have to start on the 12 again with only 1 on the open string. I hope that's clear. This lesson is good because it gives you an opportunity to play something that isn't too difficult to play and get into, gives you some good right hand rhythmic styles to work with, and also you can change key with it as well. So you can get used to moving a riff across different strings. That's something that's good for beginners. As with all our lessons, you want to take it super slow, okay? And get it right before you try and speed it up, preferably with a metronome, your best friend as a guitar player. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Well, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to leave these videos for you to check out, including the one on palm muting, which I thoroughly recommend that you watch as a beginner. Thank you very much for your time today and watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.